All right, good morning, Mishpacha. Good morning, good morning. All right. I'll give it a second. Let one or two people get on here real quick. All right, David and Michelle, good morning. Sally Booth, good morning. Got one more. All right, so we are on day, it says there's 3 on there. This is not showing me the 3rd one. We are on day, Robin, there you are. Shalom, brother. Day 141, Psalm 141. So we got 9 more Psalms left. Wow, it's crazy that we're right here in single digits, finishing up. Psalm 141. Yehovah, I cry out to you. Make haste to me. Give ear to my voice when I cry out to you. Let my prayer be set before you as incense, the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Set a guard, O Yehovah, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips. Do not incline my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men who work iniquity, and do not let me eat of their delicacies. Let the righteous strike me. How interesting. Let the righteous strike me. It shall be a kindness. And let him rebuke me. It shall be as excellent oil. Let my head not refuse it. For still my prayer is against the deeds of the wicked. Their judges are overthrown by the sides of the cliff, and they hear my words, for they are sweet. Our bones are scattered at the mouth of the grave, as when one plows and breaks up the earth. But my eyes are upon you, O Elohim Yehovah. In you I take refuge. Do not leave my soul destitute. Keep me from the snares they have laid for me, and from the traps of the workers of iniquity. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, while I escape safely. In all honesty, this chapter is like a continuation of yesterday's chapter 140, deliverance from wickedness, and this one's more of a safekeeping. But I like that verse 5. Let the righteous strike me. It shall be in kindness. It shall be a kindness. That's really interesting. Well, Mishpacha, like always, and in everything that we talk about of Yah's word. And one more thing I love here too is verse 2. Let my prayer be set before you as incense, the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. There's other chapters in Psalms where David has said this once or twice. He used this exact phrase. Verse 1 and 2. Yehovah, I cry out to you, make haste to me. Give ear to my voice when I cry out to you. Let my prayer be set before you as incense, the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. And then he goes into, keep me safe from the wicked all around me, protect me from their ways and their deeds. For us to be in a position for Yah to receive our prayers as the evening, before Him as incense, and the lifting up of our hands to Him as the evening sacrifice. For us to be in a position like that, for him to receive us like that, means that we have to be in a place and in a walk with him that is in complete surrender. Mishpachah, this is just one of a handful of things. Sideways on you, babe. It's just one of a handful of things that need to be continually in our thoughts and in our mind, is that utter surrender to him and to his word. And I can't wait to do tomorrow's sermon. Oh man, I must have worked on it, finished it up and worked on it for like, I think 3 hours last night. And man, in the scriptures, I was actually, with what I'm going to be preaching on, the scriptures in the Brit Hadashah that back it up is a lot. I didn't even realize there was so much in there to back this up. I'm so amazed, and you'll understand what I'm saying if you're able to tune in, or tomorrow for the live sermon, or after it's posted, you'll be able to see it, because what it's about, you wouldn't think, compared to what the church teaches and stuff, you wouldn't think there's any scriptures that backs this up. And I don't want to give it away, so you have to just tune in tomorrow. But no, it's so powerful to realize that, and important to understand the necessity of our surrender to Yah, so that we can fulfill that verse. Why would Yah receive our prayers as incense? Why would he receive our hands lifted up as the evening sacrifice when we're too busy spending our time questioning his word, trying to declare, I don't have to do this anymore, or now I can do this, even though God said don't do it in the past, and stuff like this. Or when we're questioning Paul's writings to be truth or not, or when we're questioning anything in Scripture to be truth or not. Yah is not going to receive our prayers as incense, or the lifting of our hands as the evening sacrifice, when we are attacking his word. And there's so many, and because of it, just like somebody posted yesterday, because of it, and especially in the Hebrew roots and Messianic, because they're worse than anybody else. That's why I'm not Messianic, and I'm not Hebrew roots. I'm not any of that man-made title stuff. I'm a follower of the way. I'm a bondservant of Messiah. I am of the children of Yisrael. That's what Scripture calls me. That's what I am. And by his grace, I am part of the bride of Messiah. But more than Christians, more than anybody else, Messianic and Hebrew roots, they spend half their time trying to see what they can find wrong with the Bible. It started out when this started really growing, and when it started coming alive in the world, the keep going back to Torah, everybody was challenging what the church was saying. And now that all the teachings of the church have been debunked, instead of stopping there and then living out the word, now it's just attacking the word. Now they want to see what they can prove they don't have to do in the commandments. Now they want to see what they can prove they can get away with. Now they want to see if they can prove that this has been added or taken away, or like one Messianic pastor said that 25% of the Torah is false doctrine because they don't like what it says God did with people. My God didn't have anybody stoned for collecting wood, so that's false doctrine. It was added in there. They're just declaring it. They got no proof or nothing. It's in every Hebrew text, but they're just saying, nope, that's not true. 25% of the Torah is false doctrine. This is what the Messianic and Hebrew roots have come to. And now they're no different than the church. They're cherry picking what they want to keep and like, and what they don't agree with, they're tossing it away. But they're doing even worse because they know all of the scriptures, and they're doing more damage to it than the church did or does. And because of it, more and more in the Hebrew roots, more in the Messianic congregations, which they're all one and the same anyways, more people in that are just completely renouncing Yeshua now than the church. You got more falling away from believing in Messiah altogether in the Messianic and Hebrew roots congregations, movement, whatever you want to call it, than the church does. This is why I'm not a part of any of it. And this is why I say again, and I will repeat myself till my last breath, stop listening to everybody else and just listen to the word of Yah. The word of Yah is used for reproof, for correction, and everything. It doesn't need to be corrected. It doesn't need to be reproved. It doesn't need to be anything. It is the source to reprove, to correct, and everything else. It's the source. Everything needs to be lined up with that source. And this is how our prayers, when we receive the truth of Yehovah's word from Genesis to Revelation, we receive it, we stand on it. We don't listen to all the nonsense and give a platform to Satan through people to try to get us to believe that this needs to be cast out, this needs to be tossed away, Paul's writings are false or whatever. Yeah. No, we need to let Yah weed out all the stuff. And if we don't understand something, then let Yah give you understanding. And until he does, be patient and sit still and wait on him. How are we going to stand on the word for Yah to deliver us and give us safety from the wicked if we're so busy worrying about whether his word is true or not? This is exactly what Satan wants you to think and wants to distract you with. Because if you're not in the mindset that this word is infallible and it is truth, then you have nothing to stand on. Your whole faith system is crumbling and is weak. It is built on sand and not on rock, and will shift at any moment's notice at any thought that you have with anything. Does that make sense? So I tell you the truth, Mishpachah. Lean on the word of Yehovah. Lean on the instruction manual, as it were, that he gave us to follow him, to serve him. And then our prayers will rise up before him as the sweet aroma of incense. And our hands will be lifted up before him as the evening sacrifice. And he will receive it. And he will accept it joyfully. So ponder on that today. And of course, go and read that chapter for yourself and ask Yah what he would have you to receive out of that. And Mishpachah, be blessed today on this day of preparation. Be blessed, and let your mind be upon the fact that tonight at sundown we get to enter into Shabbat, another Shabbat that Yehovah has blessed us to come to. What a glorious day that is, right? How exciting it is to go and spend this time with Yah as a precursor to the millennial Sabbath that we await to enter into with our Messiah. I can't wait. So I love you all, Mishpachah. Hope you have an awesome and blessed day. Give him praise, because he loves you more than anything or anyone ever will. Shalom, shalom.